Michael and Lana thoroughly enjoyed performing William Shakespeare dialogue and talked into the evening. You are an amazing Shakespearean actress, Winona. The fluency of your delivery and the way you identify with the dialogues are both captivating. You embody the characters that you portray so fully that you are able to take them to a level of transcendence whereupon art and life intermingle. Thanks, Mike. This is paradise for me, Leilana. Peace, love, romance, and William Shakespeare. The poetry of his writing and the way the words come to life through our performances, and the feeling of being immortally in love with you. It was beautifully stated, Mike. Do you want to go to Pancakes by the Bay tomorrow? Sure. Michael and Leilana went to Pancakes by the Bay the next day and got their usual booth by the window. Penelope, the waitress, takes her order. What's it going to be for you this morning? Give me the Bayside griddle cakes and a cup of mountain morning coffee. I'll have the scrumptious pancakes and a cup of mountain morning coffee. I'll have that for you people. All of a sudden, Mike and Leilana look out the window and see the same woman pull up in her Corvette. She gets out of the car with a package in her hands and looks directly at them. She opens up the package, and Mike and Leilana can see inside of it. In it, there seems to be an object of a color they have never seen and a shape they have never seen. This object is an object that can only be seen from a plane of existence that is beyond the four dimensions of time and space. The woman gets back in the car, drives away. You see that? Yeah, I wonder how we were able to see that object that usually can only be seen in higher dimensional planes of existence. I can explain that to you, Mike and Leilana. You have been enlightened by love. Your love is so strong that you could see beyond the stark and often unappealing realm of four-dimensional reality on this earthly plane of existence into an immortal realm of eternal human love. You now see the world in its full glory. Your love brings the world to life. That's great. I agree. Do you want to go back to your condominium and praise William Shakespeare? What dialogue by William Shakespeare? Sure. Michael and Leilana went back to Mike's condominium and praised more dialogue. Michael and Leilana thoroughly enjoyed their performances of William Shakespeare and other people's dialogue and talked in the evening. Would you like a beer, Leilana? Sure. What do you have? I have some steamed California lager. Awesome. Mike opens up the refrigerator, goes to the refrigerator to get them the beer. What do you think about when you're in here all alone? I look at the Golden Gate Bridge and see lovers hand in hand, and then look up to the sky. Look up at the sky. I have a telescope that brings into focus distant planets, but you can only send them as light images. That's only a view of planets in our galaxy. I then think about planets in other galaxies and the possibility of intelligent life on other planets. We haven't found intelligent life in our galaxy so far. There may have been intelligent life in our galaxy or other planets eons ago. I then wonder that if there was intelligent life on other planets, what kind of society they had or have. I wonder if it is possible that there ever was a kind of utopian society anywhere in the universe where life was or is a blissful dance of unmitigated pleasure and romance. If so, I wonder if these pleasures are so acute that they transcend any earthly pleasures we can experience, placing souls forever suspended in a state of heightened sensory engagement. It would be similar to that feeling you get when you first fall deeply in love with another person and your world is suddenly raised to a higher plateau. That feeling would be intensified there and would be something you would feel eternally with your lover. That would be so beautiful. Do you want to go back to Pancakes by the Bay tomorrow for breakfast? Sure. Michael and Alana went to Pancakes by the Bay for breakfast and coffee the next morning and got their usual booth by the window. Penelope there took their order. What do you people want? I'll have the Bayside griddle cakes and a cup of mountain morning coffee. Great. What's it going to be for you, Leilana? Give me the Bayside crepes and a cup of mountain morning coffee. I'll get that for you people. They're looking out of the window when all of a sudden the same woman in the Corvette pulls up. She's holding a package. She looks right at them from inside of her car. Another woman gets out of the car and walks into the restaurant. She looks at them directly and sitting at the table. Can you guess what's in this package? She then saunters out of the restaurant, keeping her head in the same position, staring at them the whole way to the car. She screams and then laughs at a high volume, and the car races away. That was weird. Yeah. Would you like me to go back to my condominium to raise more dialogue? Sure. Michael and Lana went back to Mike's condominium to raise more some more dialogue. Here's an excerpt from it. Mike and Leilani get up the next morning and went to Pancakes by the Bay for breakfast and coffee. They got their usual table by the window. Penelope, their favorite waitress, took their order. What's it going to be for you this morning? Give me the Bayside griddle cakes and a cup of mountain morning coffee. Got it. What will you have? I'll have the succulent crepes and a cup of mountain morning coffee. Coming right up. As Penelope goes to get their food and coffee, they start talking. Um, this is bizarre. I wonder what the Corvette woman had in the package. I don't know. She laughed as she drove off. I wasn't sure if it was a sinister laugh or a jovial laugh. This Corvette woman seems to be an important character in the fabric of human interaction. The packages that she passes on to other people are not very often revealed as to what they contain, but when they are, seem to demonstrate that their contents are extremely important. I agree. All of a sudden, Penelope, the waitress, comes up to them. Hi, Penelope, what's up? Hi, Mike. Hi, Leilana. Can I let you people in on something? Sure, what is it, Penelope? I enjoy being a waitress here and talking to fine people like you, but I've got some higher ambitions in life. What are they? My goal here has always been to be a filmmaker. I've been waiting to be inspired I finally have a great idea for a movie. As a matter of fact, the movie has already been shot, and I just need a movie company to find it to fund it. If it's good, I'm sure you have no problem with that. What's it about? I've been observing people in and around Pancakes by the Bay, in the restaurant and outside. I've been writing dialogue and embellishes conversations I've had, and have pieced together a story of events that have taken place. I've gone home after work and written a script based on events I have seen and dialogue I have heard. I have a rough draft of the script and a low budget production of the movie. What I want is to get it produced by a mainstream Hollywood producer such as Martin Scorsese. That's wonderful, Penelope. Um, I hope you achieve your dream. Here's the weird aspect of the situation. In observing these people and writing a story about them, I found something disturbing. What? There's been a murder. I don't know who committed the murder, only that it was committed by some of these people. How do you know there was a murder? I saw some people pull up in a van and throw a body inside. Their identity was concealed with masks, but I happen to know it was these people. How do you know? Okay, a hat that several of these people have been wearing. Um, they take turns wearing the same hat on different days. The people in the van, when they drove off, accidentally dropped this hat. I retrieved this hat and compared it to the hat as seen by security cameras. Indeed, a close analysis has revealed this to be the same hat. Can't you deduce from that that it must have been one of the people who worked or who wore the hat? Wore the hat. The problem is that almost everybody that comes to or that comes in here tries on that hat. It's a beautifully rare hat that people want to try on. So knowing who has worn the hat doesn't give me any clues. Here's my idea. I have this story that I've written, produced by a Hollywood movie company, and people come to see it. Um, Within the movie, there is evidence of a murder that took place. The viewing audience can try to piece together the evidence and see if they can solve the murder. That way, the movie might not only be a box office hit, but produce evidence to solve a murder. Great idea. Penelope. Yeah, it is. Would you like to practice some more dialogue? Sure. Mike and Leilani went back to my family to raise more dialogue. Here's an excerpt from it. I'm now going to get my William Shakespeare book out. Romeo and Juliet, Scene 2, Capulet's Orchard. Enter Romeo. He just has scars that never felt a wound. Enter Juliet butt up at the window. But soft, what light through yonder window breaks? It is the east. And Juliet is the sun. Arise, fair sun, and kill the envious moon, who is already sick and pale with grief, that thou her maid art more fair than she? Be not her maid. Since she is envious, her vestal livery is but sick and green, and none but fools do wear it. Cast it off, it is my lady. Oh, it is my love. Oh, that she knew she were. She speaks, yet she says nothing. What of that? Her eye discourses, I will answer it. I am too bold, 'tis not to me she speaks, to the fairest stars in all the heaven, having some business to entreat her eyes till they twinkle in their spheres. What if her eyes were there, they in her head? The brightness of her cheek would shame those stars as daylight doth a lamp. But through the airy region streams so bright, that birds would sing, and think it were not night. See how she leans her cheek upon that hand. Oh, that it were a glove upon that hand, that I might touch that cheek. She speaks, so speak again, bright angel, for thou art as glorious to this night being over my head, as is a winged messenger of heaven unto the white upturned wondering eyes of mortals like fall back to gaze on him. When he bestrides the lazy pacing clouds and sails upon the bosom of the air. O Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou, Romeo? Deny thy father and refuse thy name. Or if thou wilt not be sworn by love, and no longer be a Capulet. Shall I hear more, or shall I speak at this? 'Tis but thy name that is my enemy. Thou art thyself, and not a Montag. What's a Montag? It is nor hand, nor foot, nor arm, nor face, nor other part belonging to man. Always some other name. What's in a name? That which you call a rose by another name would smell as sweet. So Romeo would, were he not Romeo called. Retain that their perfection which he owes without the title. Romeo, doff thine heaven for thy name, which is no part of thee taken. I take thee at thy word. Call me but love, and I'll be new baptized. Henceforth I never will be Romeo. What man art thou? Thus bescreened the night, so stumblest on my counsel? By name I know not how to tell thee who I am. My name, dear saint, is hateful to myself, because it is an enemy to thee. Had I it written, I would tear the word. How canst thou hither, tell me, and wherefore? The orchard walls are high and hard to climb, and the place death, considering who thou art, if any of my kinsmen find thee here. With love's light wings did I ever perch these walls, for stony limits cannot hold love out. And what love can do that dares love attempt, therefore thy kinsmen are no stop to me. If they do see thee, they will murder thee. Alack, there lies more peril in thine eye than 20 of their swords. Look thou but sweet, and I am proof against their enmity. I would not for the world they saw thee here. I've night's cloak to hide me from their eyes. But thou love me, let them find me here. My life were better ended by their hate than death prorogued, wanting of thy love. By whose direction foundst thou out this place? By love that first did prompt me to inquire. He lent me wings, and I lent him counsel. I am no pilot, yet wert thou as far as the dash shore wash where the farthest sea I should venture for such merchandise. Lady, by yonder blessed moon, I vow that tips with silver all these fruit tree tops. Oh, swear not by the moon, the inconstant moon, that monthly changes in her circled orb. Let lest that thy love prove likewise variable. What shall I swear by? Do not swear at all. Or if thou wilt, swear by thy gracious self, which is the God of my elotry, and I'll believe thee. If my heart still love, well, do not swear. Although I joy in thee, I have no joy in this contract tonight. It's too rash, too unadvised, too sudden, too like the lightning which thou ceased to be. Everyone can say, light and sweet good night. The spot of love with summer's opening breath may prove a beauty as flower nice we need. Good night, as sweet repose and rest. Come the hairs. Oh, wilt thou like me sauce as fat? What satisfaction canst thou have tonight? The exchange of my love's faithful vow for mine. I gave thee mine before thou did request, and yet I was rewarded to give it. Wouldst thou withdraw it? For what purpose, love? But to be frank and give it thee again, yet I wish for the thing I have. My bounty is as boundless as the sea. My love is deep. The more I give to thee, the more I have, for both are infinite. I hear some noise within. Dear love, do it, not good nurse, sweet my take. Oh, blessed, blessed night. That being a night, this is all but a dream. Too flattering sweet to be substantial. Then go to the end of the play. Give me that mattock of the wrenching iron. Oh, take this letter early in the morning. See thou deliver to. Give me the light upon thy life, I charge thee. Whatever thou hearest or seest, stand all aloof, and do not interrupt me in my course. Why I descend into this bed of death is partly to behold my lady's face, but chiefly to take thence from her dead finger a precious ring, a ring that I must use in dear employment. Therefore hence be gone, but if thou jealous dost return to pride, what I farther shall intend to do, by heaven, I will tear thee joint by joint, and strew this hungry churchyard with thy limbs. The time and my intents are savage wild, more fierce and more inexorable, far than empty tires or the roaring sea. I will be gone, sir, and not trouble ye. So shalt thou show me friendship. Take those, live and be prosperous, and farewell, good fellow. For all the same, I had their bounds. Thou detestable maw, Thou womb of death, gorged with the dearest morsel of the earth. Thus I enforce thy rotten jaws to open, and in despite I'll cram thee with more food. This letter doth make good the friar's words. Their course of love, the tidings of her death. And here he writes that he did buy a poison of a poor apothecary, and therewithal came to this vault to die and lie with Juliet. Where be these enemies, Capulet, Montague? See what a scourge is laid upon your hate, that heaven finds means to kill your joys with love, and I, for winking at your discords too, have lost a brace of kinsmen, all are punished. Oh, brother Montague, give me thy hand. This is my daughter's jointure, for no more can I demand. But I can give thee more, for I will raise her statue in pure gold, that whiles Verona by that name is known. There shall no figure at such rate be set as that of true and faithful Juliet. As rich shall Romeo by his lady's lie, poor sacrifice of enmity. A glooming peace this morning with it brings. The sun for sorrow will not show his head. Go hence to have more talk of these sad things. Some shall be pardoned and some punished. For never was a story of more woe than this of Juliet and Romeo.